السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي كان موجودا قبل حدوث الأشياء ويبقى بعد فناء الأشياء، تفرد بالأولية والقدم ووسم كل شيء ما عداه بالفناء والعدم، كما قال عز شأنه: كل شيء هالك إلا وجهه وكل نفس ذائقة الموت، وقال: كل من عليها فان ويبقى وجه ربك ذو الجلال والإكرام. والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنام، سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا أبي القاسم محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين، واللعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد، فقد قال الله في كتابه الكريم: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وقولوا للناس حسنا. صلوات. In a passage from Dua Makarim al-Akhlaq, Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam is teaching us the manners of speaking. And in just one sentence, he is referring to various kinds of sins that a person commits through his tongue. We discussed in previous two khutbahs that how important is the tongue and how careful we need to be while using it. Tongue is Allah's blessing and one of the most important blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Imagine about somebody who, Allah forbid, is not able to talk, cannot speak. He cannot express his emotions. He cannot say anything. Imagine about that. And most of our bounties that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us, we take them for granted. We don't even realize that we have something special, or we have something that Allah has given us as important. Unless, Allah forbid, we lose it. When you lose a ni'mat, then you realize its importance. So tongue is one of them. When you use your tongue, as I said, most of the sins are committed by tongue. And the hadith that I mentioned last week, that the people who will go to hell, to Jahannam, so the hadith says, is there anything else? إِلَّا حَصَائِدُ أَلْسِنَتِهِمْ, except the harvest. Hasaid, harvest. What you sow, and then when you harvest something, the harvest means the result of something. So the result of your tongue. So is there anything else in Jahannam people are going to go for except hasaidu al-sanatihim, because of their tongues? So see, in this passage, Imam has used several words. وَمَا أَجْرَى عَلَى لِسَانِي مِنْ لَفْظَةِ فُحْشٍ أَوْ هَجْرٍ. Whatever shaitan causes me to use the words on my tongue, لَفْظَةِ فُحْشٍ, a word which is fuhsh. And we talked about fuhsh last week. Obscenity and indecent words that somebody uses is called fuhsh. Aw hajrin. All those words that Imam is using and referring to, apparently they look synonyms. But we believe that in Quran and in the kalam of Ma'soom, the saying of our Ma'soom A'imma alayhimus salam, there is no synonyms. If they are using two words in a sentence, it doesn't mean that they want to just show you that they have a good vocabulary. No. They use it for a reason. It means these two words that they are using in one sentence have different meaning, although they are very close to each other. The same thing here. لَوْذَةَ فُحْشٍ أَوْ هَجْرٍ أَوْ شَتْمٍ أَوْ سَبِّ عِرْضٍ. All these words are very, very close to each other in meaning, but have little difference. And Imam wants to tell us that, see, the tongue, when you use your tongue, what are the dangers there? What are the risks of using your tongue without thinking, without good intentions? So one is fuhsh that we discussed last week. I'm not going to repeat all those things. The second word he used, hajrin. Linguistically, the word hajr means abandonment, to leave someone. From this is hijrah. Hijrah is, migration. Hajr means you don't care about someone and you're just leaving him, but in abusive style. So, harsh speech and speaking in a cruel way is called hajr. So this dua is saying, Ya Allah, let me be polite in my speech, in my communication. Be gentle, not to be harsh, and not to cause pain to other people. Rather, cause peace to them. When you say Assalamu alaikum, you start, see, the start is how beautiful the start is of your communication. You start with Assalamu alaikum. When you say Assalamu alaikum, means peace for you from me. You will not see from me anything other than peace. And after a while, you start using abusive, language. So where is the peace? You just said Assalamu alaikum, and you started using such words which are not decent and not appropriate. So, belittling someone. You might not use very harsh words or you not use bad words, but your tone is such that you are belittling someone, you're insulting someone. Insulting somebody is one of the biggest sins, and especially if he's a mu'min, you cannot insult a mu'min. You don't know who is he. You don't know if Allah loves him. How do you know? If you don't love him, if you don't like him, how do you know Allah may, like him? So if you belittle someone or cause fear in his heart, intimidate him in any way. So this also is kind of hajr. So see, Imam is going into such details that don't say that, I know I didn't do this, I didn't do that, I just used this word, I just did this. Whatever you do, if it is causing any kind of harm to him or hurting his feelings, it is not allowed. And you have to first recognize and acknowledge that you did bad and wrong, then try to rectify it by apologizing, by saying, sorry, I said it. I'm not supposed to say it. So that you have not just the word, okay, many times, your tone actually matters more than your words. Sometimes only words matters. Sometimes your tone matters. Everything is all together. It's akhlaq. Akhlaq starts with your tongue. Imam is speaking about 200 traits about akhlaq Imam has mentioned in this dua. Think about that. It's all about akhlaq. Dua makarimul akhlaq, noble manners. When he is talking about noble manners, first thing that comes is your tongue. If you don't speak, you are safe. Once you speak, there is a risk that you might say something which you're not supposed to say. So, your tone. For example, when somebody says, Assalamu alaikum, what do you say? Wa alaikum assalam. You smile and say, Wa alaikum assalam, brother, how are you? But you don't like somebody, for example, and he said, Assalamu alaikum. Now you are also mu'min and you know that saying Wa alaikum salam is wajib. But you don't want to say it, but you have to say it now. It says, Wa alaikum assalam. You will see many times this happens, right? Wa alaikum assalam. See, your tone, your way, and your style is not appropriate, right? It is hard, I know, because there might be some history behind that. Anything. But this is actually your test. Iman. How you deal with people. Dari khalqi. Dari khalqi. 2 words. This hadith Qudsi to Rasulullah. Dari, be polite with my khalq, with my creation. Somebody, you don't like someone, but he's Allah's makhlooq. He's Allah's creation. Dari khalq. And see, the ayat I recited, قُولُوا لِلنَّاسِ حُسْنًا. Remember in Ramadan, we practiced and we discussed some ayat from Quran. Not the whole ayat, 3 words ayat. This is one of them. Qulu, say, linnasi, to people, husna, good words. Say good words to people. 3 words. Memorize them. Why don't you? What is the problem? Memorizing qulu, linnasi, husna. Say it 5 times and you will memorize it. It's part of Quran. And once you start memorizing good words, you have more vocabulary in your subconscious. Good vocabulary, Quranic vocabulary, du'as, sayings of ma'soomeen, right? Even in anger, when you are angry and something comes out of your mouth, what it will come out? Whatever you have inside, what you have stored in your mind and your heart, it will come out with your tongue in anger. But if you have always good words, good word will come out. Right? قُولُوا لِلنَّاسِ حُسْنًا. Ayat number 83 from Surah Baqarah. It's part of it. 3 words. But it's full message. Memorize them. There are so many such ayat. 2 words ayat. 3 words ayah. Memorize them. How many ayat do you know? And not just memorize them, quote them in appropriate time. And even if you are angry, for example, you want to use very harsh words against someone, just read this ayat for yourself, not for him. Because you know this ayat, right? Once you memorize it, you remind yourself, قُولُوا لِلنَّاسِ حُسْنًا. Quran said, speak with people with goodness, with good words. Be polite, be gentle with people. This is what Allah is saying. And once you say this, your anger will go away, believe me. But shaitan will not let you. And this is what Imam is saying here. Ma ajra ala lisani. What shaitan has made me speak this way. And why? Because this is soft target. Your tongue is soft target for shaitan. It's easy for him to make you a sin. It is very hard for him to make you drink alcohol. It's very hard. He will try, but he will not succeed. Because you are a mu'min, you know this. This is astaghfirullah, najis, alcohol. How can I even look at it? How can even I look at it? If I go to a store, I see there are alcohol, I will not even go from that side. I will take another route. So shaitan knows that. Shaitan is not going to, waste his time. He is also time. His time is important for him. Right? So he will do easy things, not hard work. He doesn't need hard work. The thing he knows that where to hit. He knows that this mu'min is very good and I cannot deceive him in regular tricks. The only way I can do to see his weakness. His weakness is, for example, his weakness is anger. Through anger he will come, and not just anger, the result of anger. He say, let me make him hit somebody. No, he will not hit. Okay, so let me make him say something against someone. Yell at him. No, he will not. Okay, at least say something wrong. So he will try according to the habits of people. So make your habit, your tongue should be, see in Dua Khatm al-Quran, Mawla Amirul Mu'minin alayhi salatu salam. He says, وَأَطْلِقْ لِسَانِي بِالْقُرْآنِ وَأَطْلِقْ لِسَانِي بِالْقُرْآنِ. Oh Allah, make me fluent in Quran. Make my tongue be fluent with Quran. What does this mean? أطلق لساني. You just finish your Quran. How can your tongue be fluent in Quran? It means once you finish Quran, the whole Quran, at least you might have memorized few words from Quran. Just reading is not enough. What did you take from this Quran? How many ayat, how many words, how many meanings? What things you are going to apply in your life? So, أطلق لساني بالقرآن. So, for example, I recited this ayat today. قولوا للناس حسنا, and I repeated maybe 3 or 4 times. One more time I'll repeat it and you'll memorize it. When you go back home, just keep repeating it. And now you know one word. You know one part of ayah, and it is وَقُولُوا لِلنَّاسِ حُسْنًا. Ayat number 83, if you forget it, from Surah Baqarah. Now, see, breaking a heart. This is, by itself, is a full-fledged topic. I'm not going there. But it causes breaking the heart of somebody. And you have no idea. You might say, yeah, I regret I said it, I'm not supposed to say it. But you broke the heart already. You broke it. Once you break a glass, you broke it. Oh, let me fix it. You will fix it, but still you will see the crack there. The sign of breaking will remain there. Why you do in the first time, why you even think about such sin? So harsh words, the worst thing that the harsh words do is, of course, beside that you will look indecent person if you use abusive language. But beside that, the worst thing is that you are breaking somebody's heart. It's wrong. And as I said, this actually destroys the relationship. And most of the time you see, after marriage, immediately, marriage is a big topic, and very important topic for all of us. People get married, it's kind of without getting license. They don't get license and they start driving. And of course they're going to hit someone and they're going to cause an accident. And the accident can cause what? So you should know, pre-marriage counseling should be there. You should know the rights. You should know how to talk to your wife to husband, all other relationships, brother to brother, sister to sister. Relationship. And maybe, I know the time is over, we can talk more, but there are some more words that Imam has used in this passage. Inshallah, we'll continue that. But the beautiful point here is this, that you might be everybody who is listening to me now saying, yeah, he's right, but he doesn't know if I use bad word against somebody or I was angry against someone. What he doesn't know. He can stay here and give a khutbah and say, be nice, be kind, but he doesn't know that the person I'm not kind with, the person that I used abusive language against, he deserves it. And he is such a person that when you see him, you have nothing but to say bad word. Because he is such a person. Yes, there are such people in the history. But how about now your communication in your life, in your regular communication? Is there anyone like a Fir'aun? Everybody has a Fir'aun inside, okay? And everyone has Fir'aun according to the domain that Allah has given him, in his domain. He can be a Fir'aun. But I'm talking about real Fir'aun, that real Fir'aun. When Musa alayhi salam went to him to speak with him, talk to him, what do you think? What Fir'aun deserves? What kind of words he deserves? Any word you say, really, I would say even worse than this you can use for him. Correct? But this is what I'm saying. But what is Islamic akhlaq? Subhanallah. So this is what Quran is saying. اذهبا إلى فرعون Surah Taha. Ayat number 44. اذهبا, O Musa and Harun, both of you go to اذهبا إلى فرعون إنه طغى. إنه طغى. He is rebellious. He is very bad guy. He is worst person. طغى, طاغي, from طاغوت. He is a طاغوت. اذهبا إلى فرعون. Go to him, both of you. I'm sending you. Now we go to him, such a person who's saying, I'm the God. How these two should go and speak to him. So Allah said, وَقُولَا لَهُ. Brothers and sisters, please listen to this one. وَقُولَا لَهُ قَوْلًا لَيِّنًا. And speak with him in a gentle way. And قُولَا لَهُ قَوْلًا. قَوْلًا means words, speech. Speak with him gently, politely, layyinan, polite. Very soft. Be very soft and polite with him. قُولَا لَهُ قَوْلًا لَيِّنًا. To Fir'aun. If a lady says, I am so harsh with my husband because you don't know my husband is like a Fir'aun. Okay, fine. If he is like a Fir'aun, you be like Musa and Harun. What is the problem? Or on the other way around. My wife, they can name some, names from the history. She is like this. You be like her husband. What is the problem? Right? Be like her husband. She is so bad like this lady. Okay. Who was her husband? This lady's husband. How he treated her. So, Islam is a complete way of life. And really, if we follow Islam, it will benefit us in this world before hereafter. We will benefit from it. We are not the people who should say, I'm a Muslim. So what? If you are a Muslim, you should say, thank you, Allah, you made me a Muslim and gave me such beautiful code of life that I can follow and be successful in my worldly life here and of course hereafter as well. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq to follow the teachings of Quran and Ahlul Bayt alayhim salatu salam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us ability to benefit from the treasure of knowledge like Dua Maqam al-Akhlaq that we have from Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. May Allah hasten the reappearance of Imam Zaman, Ajalallah Faradahu Sharif, and keep us among his companions and his supporters, inshallah. Inna ahsan al-hadith وأبلغ الموعظة كتاب الله أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا أبي القاسم محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين. Today is 25th of Dhul Qa'dah. And this is one of 4 days in which fasting is recommended. Of course, now when I'm talking to you, you have already done what you have done. But if somebody didn't eat or drink or has done anything that breaks the fast, still he has the chance to do the niyat of mustahab fast. Until before Maghrib you can do it, subhanallah. But it has the thawab of fasting for 70 years. Thawab of 70 years, as I said. It doesn't mean that if you fast today, then you don't have to fast in Ramadan. It's not that. And there is a salah. If you did not offer it, you can do it. Simple and easy, and it has so much thawab for it. Although the time is before zawal, but since it is mustahab, with the niyat of raja, you can do it anytime. 2 rakat salat, in each rakah after al-hamd 5 times, surah shams. That's it, done. And you're done. And after salat, after salam, say لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. One time. And ask your hajat. Allah inshallah will fulfill. So there are so many things that we can do in every month. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us opportunity to seek His blessings and special mercy and special thawab for certain things that we can do. And of course, Ziyarat Imam Rada alayhi salam for today. Inshallah, if you have time, it takes maybe 3 or 4 minutes. We'll read special ziyarat of Imam Rada after Salat. And it is highly recommended for today, 25th of Dhul Qa'dah, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our a'mal, and may Allah give us tawfiq to fulfill all what He likes us to do, inshallah.